I know this had to hurt. He hits the railing of the bunk, and I mean, he lets out a scream, but I just keep, I'm not letting up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Alright everybody, another Farmington fight story. So I hadn't been in Farmington very long. I'd already had one Celly. He went to the hole. I get this other Celly, and after a while we start kind of we're getting along. But this dude, I mean, even though he showered and everything, he was not clean. He would brush his teeth, but he'd spit in the sink and just leave it there. Wouldn't clean it up. Other things like that, chip crumbs all over his bed and everything. So he and I get into it. And he says, well, we're arguing. He finally says, F you, swings on me, and we start fighting. And I'm getting the best of him already. At one point he swings and I kind of dodged, and he hits, I know this had to hurt, he hits the railing of the bunk. And I mean, he lets out a scream, but I just keep, I'm not letting up. Anyway, if I get done, he cleans up a little bit, and I cleaned up a little bit. I did have a couple hits on me, and but he says I gotta go to the medical. So he basically goes out there and he tells them what happened. I mean, I thought he was just going to say he fell or something, but he went out there and told them. So I'm in my cell and just watching TV, and here they come. Side hill, cuff up. That's what for. Celly says, you guys been fighting. I said, man. So anyway, we go to the home. We get out. They have him in a different housing unit. Well, I'm out in the yard one day, and here he goes and another guy to the hole. They back then they took you to medical first, but apparently he got into it again. Apparently he told his Celly what he'd done by he and I getting into it, and that he had told him that he had to go to medical because of his hand and wrist. So the guy said, oh, you basically told. He goes, I had no choice but tell him what happened. So I guess it was on again. People don't understand. You're in a closed area. I know people saying, oh, you guys are fighting over being clean or over brushing your teeth and stuff. Well, I came from the walls where you didn't spit in the sink when you brush your teeth or spit in the toilet. But you kept the sink, no matter what, absolutely clean. And he wasn't doing that, The bed thing kind of bothered me too, but it was the sink and the toilet, and you keep all that clean, I got in another fight down there because I got along with one of my Cellys real good, man, but he wanted to play. He ended up getting mad. He's the one that started the playing thing, but he ends up getting mad, and we ended up fighting. So after that, no, I didn't play around. People wanted to play, wrestle, whatever. No, the only one I ever did that with was my partner Kevin, and we never did get into it. We'd just say, all right, I've had enough, stop or whatever, and we'd stop. People, when you go to prison, you gotta respect yourself. If you start playing with somebody, don't get mad. Unless they're doing something just really stupid. But the cleaning part, you gotta respect your Celly, and that's 2 of you are living there. And somebody, the reason I did this video, is somebody said, you've talked about some of the fights that you've lost and stuff. But how about some of the ones you won, or did you win any? That's one of the ones I won. There's others that I won, but they weren't pretty, and there's others that really wasn't fights. I mean, somebody like a Chomo or something, it's not even worth mentioning. They don't count. They're not fights. That was one of the fights that was a pretty good fight, but it was. Some people would say, well, he broke his wrist and his hand and all this and that. Well, I was doing a number on him before then, you know, before that happened. That just helped me out a lot. But a lot of the fights that I won, you would think I was the one that got beat up, you know. One of them, we basically just whooped the heck out of one another, you know. I don't think either one of us won. We just quit. We just quit fighting. We just stopped. We both had enough, you know. And it was one of those things where we're fighting and we kind of stopped and we're just looking at one another. And he tells me, he goes, maybe we should just stop, man. We ain't getting nowhere with this. I said, yeah, we can do that. So we're cleaning up and we get busted. But it's very, I've said this before, it's very dangerous fighting in the cell. I mean, anything could happen. I know one guy got in a fight in the cell, and he didn't mean to do this, but the guy bumped his head against the rail. You know, there's been guys that's busted their heads open on the toilet and almost, you know, they's almost done. The guy I was just telling you about, he broke his hand. He swung and he hit that rail, man, and he had a cast on his arm for a long time. Now, if you're getting the best of somebody in the cell, it's good, you know, as long as you don't do them in, you know, as long as you don't delete them on purpose or accidentally. You're going to get a charge. It could be the other way around. You're the one that's hemmed up in a corner or something, you know, because it's easy to get, there's so many tight areas, you know, and a guy could get you up in a corner and there ain't nothing you could do. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I thank you for watching. See you next time.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but